Okay, so this is part 2 of section 4.4. Sorry for the disconnection. Alright, so now let's talk about part D. Okay, and okay, part D right here. So we start with one equation. We start with one log. That's why we have to expand it out, okay? So let me highlight this right here. There. So we have to expand it out. How can we expand it out? First of all, we have to return the power on the inside, on the belonging of the log. So we're going to have ln, and then x squared, and then x cubed plus 1, but then everything to the 1/2 power. Why is that so? Because the square root is the 1/2 power, okay? And if you have, say, like cube root, this is like 1/3 power. And if you have, I don't know, like fifth root, and say for on the inside you have like x squared, something like that. Okay, this in here tells you that x has a power of 2 over 5, okay? So like the thumb of rule in here, it's just like inside divided by outside. Okay? So let me put it in here somewhere. Let me take all of these out for less like notes in here. Less confusion. Okay, so again, for the square root, or in general any root, it's gonna be like inside divided by outside, okay? Let me put it as like green in here for you guys to memorize. Okay, so the power okay, this is my W. You know what, let me rewrite this thing, it looks so ugly. Okay, so I'm having power it equals to inside divided by outside. What do I mean by that? Inside divided by outside. Inside divided by outside. If it doesn't have the inside, just refer to 1, okay? That's why the square in here, it is 1 over 2 as the power, okay? So now that we have it, what is the next step? What should we do next, right? Well, we're gonna distribute the power into each of the part inside the fraction. With that, we're gonna have this equals to ln of x squared. Okay, this is not a good one. Let's try again. X squared to the power of 1/2 on the top, and then over x cubed plus 1 also to the power of 1/2, but on the bottom, okay? So now we are ready for splitting them out, okay? So first of all, let me take out these things so that we have like more space. All right, continue to work. We're gonna have it equals to ln of the top part, which is, okay, actually, you know what, before like splitting them out, let's simplify them a little bit. So in here, the 2 will cancel with the 1/2, so we're gonna have like x on the top part, and on the bottom, we pretty much having everything the same. So let me just copy and paste the bottom real quick in here. I'm running out of space, so I'm just gonna write smaller, x cubed plus 1 all to the power of 1/2. Okay, I made it. Alright, so then there's an ln in front of it as well. Okay, so we're gonna split it because it's a division. We're gonna have 2 logs on the subtraction, okay? So we have ln x because x is the thing on the top, and then minus for the fraction, and then the second ln is for the bottom, x cubed plus 1 to the 1/2. Okay, is it a fine answer? Unfortunately, no, okay? Whenever we have a number in here, we have to bring it in front, and then we're gonna call it the answer. So for ln x, there's nothing to bring out because x doesn't even have a power. and then we have like 1/2 in here. Let me take out that like weird spot. Okay, and then we're gonna have like ln of x cubed plus 1. So this is the final answer for part D. Okay, and then for part E, similarly, we're gonna do the same thing. Let's see, what do we have in here? First of all, we can split them out because we have like no sharing power of them. So we're gonna have ln, let me put it in pink. So this one in pink, okay? So we're gonna have ln of 3 and then x squared plus 5 cubed and then minus ln of, okay, let's put this back as a power, okay, which is 1/3 because it has a cube root, okay? And let me take out some of these work so we have more space in here. Alright, so then now in here we have 3 times that group of x squared plus 5 cubed, right? So then here we're going to split it into ln of 3 plus ln of x squared plus 5 cubed, and then in here we're going to write like the last term, which is ln of 2y minus 1, 1/3. And lastly, we're going to bring the powers in front, and then that's it. I'm lazy, so let's just like do this the 3 and the 1/3. Let me just put them in front. Okay, so there's a 3 in here and there's a 1/3 in here, and there's a minus sign here. Okay, that doesn't even look like a minus sign, it looks weird. And let me take this out too. Okay, so let me put back the minus and the fraction bar. Okay, so this is the final answer for E. Okay, and as for F, let me put it in orange. Okay, for this one we have multiplication between x and the group, so we're gonna have log, because in this one it starts with log, not ln of x, and then because it's multiplication, so we're gonna write plus. There's something wrong with my pen, I'm so sorry for the writing. Let me try better. Okay, let me try again. Log of x, okay, there we go. And then plus log of x5 plus 5 in here, and in here we have a 5th root. It means to the 1/5 power. And I'm lazy, but technically we're gonna bring this power to the front, and then let me just like erase it. Okay, so this is the final answer for F. Okay, and again, if you have any question on any of these 6 problems, let me know. Okay, and these 6 on the right side, those are for your part, so let me just put like a green star to this. Okay, and last part of today. Okay, solving exponential and logarithmic equations. Alright, the inverse properties of logarithms and exponents can be used to solve exponential and logarithmic equation. So in the last page, I'm pretty sure I give you guys these 2 formulas to remember already, but it's just like another like quick reminder in here that ln of e equals to 1, and then we have log of 10 also equals to 1, okay? So let's talk about the first part of example 2. How can we solve for this equation? Well, first of all, let's isolate ln of like whatever that is. ln and its belonging. There we go. So we want this. Wait, we want the ln for x to be by itself. There we go. So first of all, we're gonna try to divide both sides by 2, and that leaves us with ln of 4x equals to 7 divided by 2. And what I mean by 4x, I mean like ln of 4x, and the 4x in here must be in parentheses, okay? And if you guys remember, the base of ln, it is log base e. Okay, so then let me just put it back at this form, and then here we can do the circle thingy in here, which tells us that e to the 7 halves equals to 4x, and there's no log, okay? The log is gone because we did the circle already, okay? And now if you input this into the calculator, you're gonna get something like, let me try. So we have e to the 7/2, which is like 33.11 or like 0.12. If you don't want to do that, if you want to go for the exact answer, that's fine too. You can divide both sides by 4, and the final answer we have x equals to e to the 7/2 divided by 4. Or in decimal, this equals to 8.27. I mean 28. I would refer this answer, I would refer the exact form, but if you cannot make it, then that's fine too, okay? But make sure you show me the full work, not just like the final answer, because that's pretty much like the use of the calculator, not like your work, okay? And for the second part, we're gonna have, first of all, let me just take out the 4 because it covers the problem. Alright, for my second part, notice that the x is now in the exponent, right? It's not like in regular size anymore, it's in smaller size, it's in the smaller font, which is the exponent, okay? So there's a way to do this. How can we do this? We're going to take the ln of both sides. So first step, we're going to do ln of 4 minus 2.471 over, okay, let me take that back, okay, and then over 40 over, this pen doesn't listen, over, there we go, 40, and then to the, what power of it is it? Okay, 9x equals to ln of 21. So if you notice, the only difference between this and the problem is the ln. So let me put them in pink, okay? So the first step in here is the ln, and after that you can bring out the power to the front because that's one of the property of ln. So we're gonna get something like 9x and then ln of that junk, which is like 4 minus 2 blah blah blah. Let me just like finish writing all of them down here. And on the right side, if you want to put it into the calculator, you can, but I would prefer like the exact value, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, so just imagine the x in here is being multiplied by 9 and also by this like number, okay? So now we're going to divide everything by 9 and that weird number in ln, okay? So that the 9's can cancel out and the ln's with its belonging can be canceled out also. So we're going to do the same thing on the right side. We have 9 underneath of it. 9, okay, and then the ln of 4 minus 2.471 over 40. So this is the final answer that I want to, but if this is like too ugly looking for you, let's backtrack a little bit on this step. In here, if you don't want to do in the way that I just did for you guys, you can plug 9 times ln whatever to the calculator. So 9x, let me just rewrite 9x. X. Come on, x. Okay, there we go. And then this number in here, if you plug it into the calculator, you're gonna get ln 4 minus 2.471 divided by 40. And this is 1.37. So I got 1.37. Come on, 1.37. There we go. And then after that, we're going to multiply the 9 and the 1.37 together, which is 12.34. So I'm going to get like 12. Come on, 12.34. And then x. That's the left hand side, and as for the right hand side, I'm gonna plug this into the calculator, ln of 21, and that gives me 3.04. So I have equals to 3.04. Okay, and now I'm gonna divide both sides by 12.34. 12.34. So my final answer, 3.04 divided by 12.34. Equals to 0.25. Okay, So again, you have two ways to do this. You can do it in the exact form, which is this one. This one is the one that I refer to. But if it's too hard for you to do it, you can plug it into the calculator to get the like the decimal version of it. Okay. And let me put a green star again for your part. So you have this in here to do, and you also have this in here to do. Okay. Thank you for your listening. Take care and have a great day. Bye bye.